If your air feels stuffy, that sucks. Let's fix that. As we all know, stuffy or stale air comes from poor air circulation, meaning all of our indoor air pollutants stay trapped, floating around in our homes, causing this smelly, musty feel. Now, a super unique way, I think, to get rid of these air pollutants is to light a 100% beeswax candle. This is the only candle that's going to be beneficial and natural to cleaning your air. The way it works is that it releases negative ions into the air, which attracts dust, pollen, the pollutants into the candle, creating a clean, fresh home. Now, something you could do to get that air moving is to turn on your AC unit or your central air unit. All you could do is just turn your fan setting to on and leave it on for 10 to 15 minutes. You don't even have to turn on the cool or heating feature. This is gonna get your air circulating through the air filter, taking out all those air pollutants. But if you already did this and you still feel like that's stuffy or you see a lot of dust around in your apartment still, it's probably gonna be from the air filter. So luckily, apartment management can take care of this for you. You just call them up, tell them, hey, can you change out my air filter? And they'll do it for you for free. Also, make sure your air vents are clean as well, just because I'm sure we all seen the video where a guy goes through somebody's home and there's a bunch of dust in every air vent, and he cleans it out, and the owners talk about how they feel such a difference in their homes. And of course, if you want to take it up a notch, you know what I'm gonna say, air purifiers. Air purifiers are the way to go. It's that extra step to take to get rid of all those air pollutants. Now, another thing you could do for free is open up your windows and doors, but make sure it's away from busy roads. And if you're like me and you live in an apartment near the highway, it's probably gonna be impossible to do so. However, what I do is I open it during non-busy hours, so such as early mornings or late evenings, and it's usually gonna be a couple hours before rush hour or after. Opening up your windows is gonna help bring in that fresh air into your apartment and get rid of that stuffy feel. And the reason being is because a big component to having your air feeling stuffy is due to high carbon dioxide levels, CO2, which is just a gas we as humans and our pets breathe out constantly. A YouTuber named Curtis did an experiment and research on it, and what he had to say was pretty wild.
But the thing is, we spend most of our time indoors, and that's often in poorly ventilated spaces where the carbon dioxide levels can reach 1,000 parts per million. And what's important here is that researchers have gone out and tested the higher order decision-making abilities of office employees at different levels of carbon dioxide. And they found that at 1,000 parts per million, there is a 15% decrease in cognitive function. But still, these levels aren't uncommon. Carbon dioxide levels in bedrooms and cars frequently reach 4,000 parts per million, and those are places that we spend a lot of our time in. We used to use carbon dioxide as an indicator for when air was stale, but it's actually probably the most important part of what makes air stale. It's 6,500 parts per million in here right now, and the air feels thick.
So really opening your windows is gonna be the only thing that helps you out, lower your CO2 levels, just because right now we don't have any air filters that filter out CO2. Well, now you have the knowledge to keep your apartment feeling sexy as you look. Okay, but if you want to be proactive in keeping your apartment's air clean and pure, I'm working on the next video that discusses about some of the common actions we do that increases indoor air pollution, which can actually be worse than outdoor air pollution, just because, again, it's trapped in here with us. So subscribe if you want to stay in the loop. It should be out in a few days, and I hope you have a beautiful day or night or whatever time it is.